Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to do a little Q&A with you guys. I know I have been doing the Q&As with the masking, but some of you guys don't really like the masking and some of you guys prefer just a straight Q&A, so I thought I would do a Q&A a little bit with the questions that you guys had asked me. So I have my questions here in my little black book. So that didn't sound good. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the questions. The questions are all from you guys, so I will go ahead and tell you guys who asked the question as well as what the question is actually. So let me find out where I'm at in my book here. So we're with Janie Litch. She says, what are the good and bad about being a YouTube blogger? So the good and bad about being a YouTuber. So for me, the good is that I get to talk with you guys. I love conversations with you guys. You guys have given me great ideas. You guys have given me great advice. I love that I can get on here and kind of express myself. I like that makeup is not got no rules, so I can come on here and show you guys a look that, I never do a tutorial, but I'll do, get ready with me's. And you guys have never been like, oh my gosh, what the heck are you doing? Because you guys know I'm not a makeup artist, so I like that you guys are very open to interpretation of what a makeup look is supposed to look like. So I like that aspect of YouTube. I like that I get to share my thoughts and opinions on products with you guys. There's a lot that I love about YouTube, honestly. There's so many things. I like that I get to meet other YouTubers. So it's just, there's so many things I could name, honestly. The things I don't like about it is the hatefulness. I mean, there can be some hatefulness, and I don't think a lot of it's directed towards me. I think it's just all over YouTube, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of mean comments. There's a lot of just rude people. So that's basically what I don't like. But I mean, you're going to have that, honestly. I don't think that's a YouTube specific thing. I think people can be rude in your everyday life. You just have to honestly have to know that, look, these people don't know you in real life. So if they don't like you, it's okay. So just because I'm showing you a video of things that I like and they don't like what you like, they might say something rude about it, or they might give you a thumbs down or whatever. That's okay. It's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. So you just have to understand that if you're going to be a YouTuber, you have to understand that not everybody is going to have the same opinion as you. So some people are not going to like you, and they're going to say pretty much that they don't like you. So, and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. The next question is from Just Call Me Joe. She says, have you always lived in the state you live in? Yes, I have always lived in Virginia. I was born and raised in Virginia. Honestly, I want to move to Florida. My husband and I recently, when we went to our Disney trip, we have started looking at places to actually purchase a house in Florida because we're thinking about either moving to Florida or just having like a secondary house in Florida because we loved it so much. Honestly, we loved our trip to Florida. We went to the Orlando area and it was just, I love it. I love it so much. So there's a possibility we could have a move in the future. The next question is from Frasbrad Firereal. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. She says, what was your favorite subject in school? For me in school, I loved English. I loved anything to do with like writing. I loved to just write, like journal. I love that. Or like poems. I love doing poems. I can remember like my favorite poem from middle school was, oh my gosh, I don't even know the name of it, but it's just a poem about almost white but not quite. It was just a really odd poem, but I loved it. I don't know why, but things like that stick in your head. So I loved that class. And then I also had a class where we had to like find quotes of different things. And I don't even know what the class was called, to be honest with you. But it was just a really fun class where you had to find inspirational quotes and you had to share them with the class and kind of uplift each other. I love that class. That was a very uplifting, very motivational class. The next question is from Joe Smith. She says, what is your most romantic things that my husband has done for me? So, funny story. When I worked at a metal company, I used to be the accountant there, and for Valentine's one year, he decided that he was going to do something very romantic, and he wasn't there. But the next thing you know, the ladies at the front office came back and they were like, hey, somebody's up front for you. And I'm like, okay. So I went out and there was these two elderly gentlemen dressed in complete tuxedos. And I'm like, what in the world? And they're both holding flowers. And I'm like, okay. Then they serenade me by singing all these songs that he had paid for them to come and sing these songs and bring me flowers. It was so romantic, but at the same time, it was embarrassing. I felt my face turning like 15 different shades of red because I was embarrassed because everybody in the entire office decided to come watch the little show. It was just romantic and yet embarrassing. So I don't know. I think that was just, it was very sweet gesture, but it's just, I embarrass very easily, honestly, like around people that I know. If people do something and I'm embarrassed, you'll know it because I'll immediately turn red. I'll turn like a beet. So the next question is from Alicia Richards. She says, what is your favorite childhood memory and why? My favorite childhood memory has to do with my brother. My brother used to take me fishing all the time, and I was not a good fisherwoman, whatever. I was not good at fishing, but he always tried to encourage me to be good at it. And he was like, look, you don't have to catch the biggest fish. You don't have to catch the most fish. You don't have to catch any fish. It's okay. You're having fun. And I love those little memories with him. And I remember one time specifically that we went fishing and I didn't catch any fish. And he had this huge line of all these fish that he had caught. And I was like so sad that I didn't catch any. So we stopped at our neighbor's house because they wanted to get pictures of us with the fish. So he hands me one of the fish and he says, look, you tell him you caught this fish. So he was trying to make me feel better. So I'm standing there holding this fish that I supposedly caught. So that's like one of my favorite memories. And the next question is from Martha Hundermeyer. She says, do you have any children? Yes, I have two. I have a 19-year-old, almost 20, and then I have a 15-year-old, almost 16-year-old. So yes, I have two boys. The one is a junior at UVA and the other one is a freshman in high school. The next question is from Carla Babolts. She says, what is your all-time favorite song? Okay, so again, this is going to have to do with my husband. My husband and I, when we first started dating, the song from Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply, was out. And that kind of turned into our song. So that is my favorite all-time song. I love that song. When I hear it, it makes me happy. It makes me remember the sweet, tender romance that we had in the beginning. And of course, you know, your love just builds stronger over the years. But it just remembers the beginnings, the roots of our relationship. So I love that song. The next question is from Lisa Smith. She says, what is your favorite restaurant? Olive Garden. I love Olive Garden. I like the salad. It's amazing. I like the breadsticks. They're delicious. They have these zucchini things that are like Parmesan crusted. They're amazing. I like the dessert. I'm not so big on the main course. It's like the beginning and the end that I love the most. The next question is from Who's Her Mama 72. She says, do you ever wear your hair natural after a shower? Yes. Most of the time I do, because my hair naturally has just like a little bit of wave to it. So what I typically do is I will shower and then I will put just a little bit of some sort of oil into my hair and then just let it stay like that. The oil that I'm using right now is this one right here. It's the Carol's Daughter Monoi oil and it smells so good. So, so good. So yeah, I do natural a lot. Sorry guys, if it looks like I was crying, I had a coughing fit. I had to go get my lemon water and help to clear my throat. So the next question is from Sarah Martin. She says, what is your favorite board game or card game? Monopoly, hands down. I love Monopoly. Even though when I was younger, I was not the best at being like the banker for Monopoly. I used to play with my cousins and I had a bad habit of like giving myself a couple extra hundred here and there. I was not very good at it. I was a cheater. Let's just say it. I was a cheater. I cheated at Monopoly. My cousins know it now. They all pick on me about it. They're like, hey, want to play a board game? And I'm like, sure. They're like, yeah, but I'll be the banker. You can't be the banker. So it's funny. The next question is from Journey and Beauty. She says, what are your other passions besides makeup? I love scrapbooking. I've told you guys this before. Behind you guys, there's a huge wooden cabinet that is full of scrapbooking on this side. And then on this side, right behind the camera, is another cabinet full of scrapbooking supplies. This gray dresser right here is mostly scrapbooking supplies. I love scrapbooking. I love like gardening. I like planting flowers and things like that. I don't like pulling the weeds, but I like planting the flowers. I don't have the greatest green thumb, but I just enjoy it. I love getting out there playing in the dirt. So those are the other passions. The next question is from Jennifer Nall. She says, how do you make your eyeliner not bleed? For me, what I typically do is I will put my eyeliner on and then set it with either a powder shadow that's the same exact color as the liner, or I use Kat Von D because Kat Von D does not bleed. Like if I'm using it on my eyelids, it does not bleed on me. So those are the only two little tips I have. The next question is from Leah McDonald. She says, would you ever say you're an introvert or an extrovert? I would say I'm more of an introvert, just because I enjoy the time alone. I enjoy, and this is bad because like I'm a mom, I'm a wife, but I enjoy those times alone where you can just kind of think. I enjoy just, and like at parties, I'm not like the outgoing person. I'm more of like the one that stands there and just like waits for something fun. I don't know. Now, it depends on whose party it is, of course, but if it's somebody new's party, then somebody that I've just met, then I'm just kind of one of those that stand there. I don't think I have enough confidence in myself half the time is the problem, is that I feel very unconfident about things. I feel like I can come across as just not very intelligent sometimes. That's what I feel like. So I worry that I'm going to talk to somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so boring, or oh my gosh, she's not very smart. So I just worry about that. So I think that's mostly why I'm an introvert. The next question is from Lisa Jekhez. She says, what is your favorite mask? I don't really have a favorite mask other than like the Peter Thomas Roth mask. I think I've answered this question recently. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I feel like these are questions that I've answered already. I don't know. Either way, we're going to answer it. It's the Peter Thomas Roth, the cucumber mask. I love that one. I keep it in the fridge in our gym, and I use that while I'm after the gym, after I've cleansed my face. I put that on right before I get a shower or right after the shower because it's nice and cold. So I love that one. Elizabeth V, she says 3 products you consider must-haves for your dry skin. Anything that's very hydrating, any kind of hydrating like moisturizer. So right now I like the Belief. I think the Belief Moisture Balm is perfect for dry skin. I like the Neutrogena Moisture Balm. That one's perfect for the dry skin. I like, I know that, what is it called? Oh my gosh. I can't think of what it's called. Isn't that terrible? Anyway, I'll probably think of it and insert it. If I don't, then I'll leave it below for you guys. But it's something that like pulls moisture from the air and puts it into your skin. I like that, but only if your temperature or if your climate has the humidity in the air. Don't use things like that can, in dry humid climates or dry climates, because it will pull moisture from within. So you don't want that to happen. So the next question is Colleen O'Keefe. She says, what has been your favorite vacation? My favorite vacation we've ever gone on was probably the Disney cruise. I loved the Disney cruise. That cruise ship is very expensive to go on, first of all. So we'll say that. But it's so much fun. Like, you have back-to-back activities that you can do all day long. If you are someone who has children that are a little bit older, that you don't have to kind of hold their hand and watch them consistently, it's perfect for you, because like my boys are older, so I can kind of let them do their own thing a little bit. And then they have an adult only section. So with Disney, because most of the people that go on Disney cruises do have smaller children and they're with their child most of the time, the adult only section is like secluded. There's like nobody there. There was like, I think when my husband and I were there was like maybe 3 or 4 couples, and that was it. And it was like almost the entire back end of the boat was designated for adult only. And it was very secluded and very nice, very romantic almost. So the Disney cruise is amazing. The ports we stopped at were amazing. I love the Disney cruise. That was probably my favorite vacation. The next question is from Maggie Londoner. She says, what kind of eye cream do you use at night? Same one for the morning. Right now I'm currently using the Clinique, the Moisture Surge. I think it's Moisture Surge. It's in the little orange bottle. And then I'm also using the Ola Hendrickson, the banana cream. So I'm using both of those. And I typically use both of them at AM and PM, but the Clinique mostly I use right before makeup. The Ola Hendrickson one I use at day and night, so I use that one either or. The next question is from CRG Tuttle. She says, what is one of your favorite makeup brands? Too Faced. And I think Too Faced really is, because I have loved so many things from Too Faced. I feel like they have a consistent brand. I know they have a lot of things that are not very good, but for the most part, the things that I have tried from Too Faced, I love. So I think Too Faced is my favorite. The next question is from Lala Jane 3. She says, has makeup declutter discouraged or affected your cosmetic purchases? It has. It has made me more conscientious about what I'm purchasing. And then I'm still purchasing. I'm not like, I didn't stop purchasing, but I'm not purchasing as much. So now I'm just like, okay, do I really need that? Because I already have like, 15 of those in the drawer setting. So I'm more conscientious about what I'm purchasing because I know what's in my collection now that I've got it decluttered and I know exactly what I have. So I think it has made an impact on what I'm purchasing. So, which is a good thing because I was going a little crazy for a while. The next question is from Beth Brown. She says, what is your favorite BB cream? I don't really have a favorite BB cream. I like the It Cosmetics CC cream. I love that one. So for BB, I would say maybe the Smashbox one. That one's pretty good. So I would say either the Smashbox or the It Cosmetics CC cream are my favorites. The next question is from Shannon Brooks. She says, what is your favorite skincare product? My favorite skincare product is moisturizers. I love anything that's going to give my skin moisturization, whether it be the Neutrogena or the Belief Moisture Balm. Either of those I think are amazing, and I love both of those. The next question is from Islet Minister. She says, what do you do with the samples you don't finish in a week? So when I do the Sample Sunday series, you guys see that I usually have all the samples, and some of them I don't finish. So if it's a sample that I loved, then I'll continue to use it. I'll just put it in my medicine cabinet, and as I'm doing my skincare routine, if it's skincare or if it's makeup, I'll put it in my makeup drawer. I continue to use it if I love it. If it's something that I didn't like, then it just gets tossed. So I'm like, I'm not going to continue to use something that I don't love or that I had an adverse reaction to. So that's basically what I do with it. The next question is Sarah Austin. She says, what is number one on your bucket list? Right now on my bucket list would be, I don't have to think about that one for a second. Probably going to California, because I really want to go to California. I really want to experience the weather there. I would love to see the California beaches. I want to go down Rodeo Drive. Not that I want to shop Rodeo Drive because it's very expensive, I'm pretty sure. But I would like to just go down Rodeo Drive, see if I can see anybody, famous or something like that. So that's probably on my bucket list. That and Hawaii. I really want to go to Hawaii. Hawaii sounds amazing, and we are planning possibly going there maybe next year. This year we are going to a local beach. We're not going to a long distance vacation. The next question is Marika V. She says, what is your favorite snack? Right now, funny question because I have them right here. These are the Wisps by Cello. These are the Parmesan cheese crisps. These are so good. If you're someone who likes chips, you like that crispy, crunchy thing. These are really, really good, and you're trying to watch your carb intake. They are 150 calories for 23 crisps, which to me, I don't think is bad. So they're delicious. They're so good. I add them to salads. I eat them plain. They're just amazing. The next question is from Beverly Hearn. She says, what is your favorite foundation? Right now, I am currently using a mixture of two foundations. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation mixed with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I love those two mixed together. For some reason, those two together is like magic happens. It's like Harry Potter like made that makeup or something. I love that combination. So I don't really have one specific foundation that I'm loving right now. It's two. The next question is from Angelina Caraway. She says, do you have a favorite DIY health drink? So I have a protein drink that I drink daily. And then I also have my lemon water, which is, I think everybody drinks lemon water. So that's not super inventive or anything. But my protein shake, what I typically do is I have a protein powder that I purchased from bodybuilding. And it's, I think, $60 for 5.5 pounds of protein. And I get the chocolate fudge brownie. Make sure specifically to get the chocolate fudge brownie if you like chocolate. Then I add a spoon of peanut butter to that. Okay, first let's mix this up. I'll tell you guys how to do it. Take my little blender thing and I put some ice. Then I put the water. So I'm only going to put just a little bit of water. And then I put the scoop of the powder and then a scoop of the powdered peanut butter. And then a scoop of the instant coffee. And then I blend that all up. And and half a banana. I blend that all up and it's so good. It tastes like a Starbucks Frappuccino. Honestly, it really does taste like a Starbucks Frappuccino. It's so good. The next question is from Christine Ronowitz. She says, would you ever do a scrapbooking channel? I thought about it. I really did. I thought about doing a scrapbooking channel because I thought it'd be fun, because I know everybody does the plan with me type things. And I thought scrapbooking could be interesting, but I'm not sure that it would get very many views, but it would be fun for me. I think possibly later in the future, because right now I'm having issues. I'm eventually going to do a room tour and you're going to see why I'm having issues trying to get to my scrapbooking supplies. My makeup room area has kind of taken over the room, so I can't really get to most of my scrapbook supplies, so I can't really do it as much as I used to. So I'm hoping eventually, once we are planning to add an addition onto our house, so once we do that, then I should have a bigger room that I can do this in. So that's the hope. Then maybe I could do a scrapbook channel. The next question is from Grace Samantha, maybe? She says, would you do a video on your journey to anxiety? What anxiety disorders do you have? So I probably won't do a dedicated video on anxiety because I feel like that's a trigger for a lot of people. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to trigger people because I know certain words trigger me. So, and my anxiety is basically, I don't know what it would be called on there. I don't even know what it's classified as. Honestly, I've been to the doctor plenty of times, but I don't know what it'd be classified as. I just know that I have had anxiety since I was very little. I get driving anxiety. So once I start driving, I have major anxiety. I have anxiety over a lot of daily things that like happen. I feel claustrophobic sometimes. So I'm not going to do this because I don't feel like, I'm not going to like go too far into depth with that because I feel like that's a trigger for a lot of people and I don't want to trigger anybody because I know I can get triggered myself. So I don't want to do that to anybody. The next question is from Sabrina Georgian. She says, tips on anxiety. Again, I don't really want to do a whole lot of information on anxiety. The best thing I can tell you is breathing. Breathing really does help. And then they have I think it's a 3, 2, 1 or 5, 4, 3. I don't remember what the breathing actual technique is called, but it's where you take a deep breath in and like you hold it and then you let it out very slowly. That has helped me with my anxiety. And then also seeking your doctor's help. So those are the 2 things I can suggest. The next question is from Jessica Makeup. She says, have you ever used a Ouija board? I have. When I was a teenager, I did. My cousin and I used to use them all the time. We thought they were funny. They're not funny. They're scary. Now that I'm an adult, I don't want them in my house. They're scary to me. She says, do you like horror movies? I love horror movies. That's the last question as well. I love horror movies. I like scary movies. My favorite scary movies are The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring. I also like the Insidious, like the series of Insidious. I like those. I don't really care for Saw movies because I think they're just gory. They're not scary, I don't think. I think they're just gory. Like for me, a scary movie is something that could truly really happen. Like if you've ever seen The Last House on the Left, that's like something that can actually really happen. So things like that to me are more scary than like Saw and like, I don't know, like unrealistic things. So anyway, I do love scary movies, but my husband hates them. So anyway, I'd love to know if you guys have any further questions. I will be happy to answer those for you guys. Let me know below the questions that you have. Also, let me know what you think of this, the Q&A. Let me know if you'd rather for me to do them mixed in with the masking or if you'd rather me to do them separate like this where it's just a separate Q&A so there's nothing else involved. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys about the questions that you ask. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.